Right, guys. Now, we've had our share of Lister engines in the past. We've got a Lister Peta over the other side there. But this is an LPW4A. This is about a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder water-cooled Lister. And it's connected to this Onan Cummins generator set. So I don't 100% know, but it's somewhere between 16 and 20 kVA. I picked this up just a couple of hours ago and I need some help. I got it really cheap because it has no power output. It was a generator on a refrigerated trailer and it's only done 1,300 hours, providing the hour meter still works. But they only needed these when they were backing up their fridge setups when they can't plug in. So as you see, it runs the same expensive starter motor like my old Lister. It's got a cute little muffler that actually does quite a good job. Great little air filter setup on this one, a little bit different to the airbox one on my other one. As you see, fan radiator. It actually blows away from the generator, which is nice. So it starts really nicely. I've had a bit of a look for some of the obvious things. Oh, obviously it's on like a self-contained fuel skid. So the whole base is a fuel tank. Everything's rubber mounted. It'd have to be, 600-700 kilos, I suppose. It's pretty heavy. Nothing. So we've got no power output. That's what we've got to solve. If we can solve that, we're laughing. Obviously, that was originally screwed up there and it's vibrated undone. I don't see anything burnt or marked or nasty looking. Nothing seems to be missing up there. We have the odd plugs that don't seem to have partners. So he doesn't have a partner. There's a couple here that don't have partners. There's a couple in there that don't have partners, but they've got heat shrink on them. So that's obviously more than likely standard. So I don't get absolute zero. I get 50 volts through the 240 volt receptacles. There's something trying to come through. It does have this confusing multi-way switch here, which I don't understand, but it appears as though you'd choose whether you wanted single phase or three phase. It only has one receptacle for single phase, which is probably a little bit odd for this kind of size generator. And well, I guess it would have been hardwired, so someone's obviously added this after the fact. I had a feeling the nameplate's in behind this panel that's been added, so I can't be 100% certain on its size. When you come around this side, so I'm hoping that you guys knew a lot about generators when I asked about the Kubota powered trailer mounted one. So I'm hoping you guys can pull me out of the crap here too. So first thing I did was check the continuity of that fuse, because I noticed there was a bag with some spares in it in the bottom of this case. When I open this case up, you can see here we've got our 3 CTs, current transformers, where this comes out. Once again, there's a couple of plugs here that don't have matching ends that are kicking around in here, and I'm a little bit confused at that. But it appears as though these super heat wrap insulated ones here coming in are our lines from the generator. I haven't pulled the back cover off the generator yet. He's down in there, as you can see. And then we have this little box here, which I think is an automatic voltage regulator, an AVR. I might be incorrect. That's what I think that is. you guys will be able to set me straight. If that is the case, that's a good possibility as to what could be wrong. And obviously I haven't touched anything in there yet. But let me just show you how well it starts and goes. One. There we go. Now I'm assuming because it's not sensing voltage coming out of the generator, it just tried to start again. It seems like the starter, it doesn't contact when it does it. It just seems to like whiz the starter over real fast. It doesn't seem to throw it out and actually grab because it's already doing full engine RPM. Yeah, this is what I need help with. I need either someone who can point me in the way of figuring out a manual for... We're seeing some voltage, so something's either not connected or it's not getting controlled by the AVR, something along those lines. If you've got something I can test to show, kind of DIY troubleshoot, that would be absolutely awesome. I appreciate the hive mind of you guys. You guys have been super helpful with the way we tested the other generator and figured that out. So I got this for $1,500. So if we can fix it, super good. There's the hour meter, nice and low hours. Yeah, basically if we can get this running, this will run some of the bigger things in the shed, and then we can start buying three-phase stuff like mills and lathes and all kinds of stuff. So temperature gauge works, oil pressure gauge works, alternator appears to charge after it starts. You see that voltage dip when the starter comes in and out, so that's working. Motor wise, I think she's pretty sweet. There's a leak on that injector, just that someone's probably rounded out a fuel and had to bleed an injector up. For some reason you press that up and it starts. It's one of those panel amp. That can be in the off position, but the generator will still start. No, it won't, because it won't open the solenoid. So as soon as you let go of that, I wonder if something's rubbed through in the wiring for the glow plugs, because that's preheat test lamp reset. So if one of these fault lights comes on, you reset it with that. But preheat must mean that it's got glow plugs. Oh, it's got a glow. It's got a glow, inline glow in the intake there. What's that bottom one say? Don't know. Who knows what that fuse is for? It's obviously not for the... It does have supposedly 5% voltage adjustment there. It's got a 50 amp AC amp gauge in the thing. So potentially I'm assuming it can put out a fair bit of power. 50 amps is quite a serious generator. But yeah, somewhere between 16 and 20 kVA is what I'm assuming / hoping. I didn't think it was that big when I first seen it, but I jumped on it and just went and grabbed it as quick as I could, because yeah, but it used to swing underneath a semi-trailer for a fridge. If you guys know some things about this, by all means, please let me know. Look, I might even reach out and buy you a beer. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next video. We'll figure out what's going on with this thing, and if I figure anything else out as I'm going, I'll show you guys, so that yeah, we all learn. Thanks for watching.